Hello, kita One Talk now, kita One Solwara. Welcome back to One Sports Show. This is episode 2, and glad to have you back. I'm joined again tonight by my good mate, Aaron. How are you feeling, mate?
Feeling great, feeling awesome, feeling superb. And welcome to all our viewers right across PNG. I'm looking forward to the show number 2, episode number 2.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Kicked off with a big bang last week, actually.
Big bang, I enjoyed it. We started off by talking about the years of Terry Lombard and how you still, you really need to tell us how you're still staying fit and young. But that's for another episode, another discussion.
Very humbling, very humbling. But thank you for that, mate. Yes. Well, this week we've got another great show, a lot to explore. We're going to go deep into some stories, untold stories, actually.
Look, the crew went down to a very special place, and you'll enjoy the story because it really talks about the heart and passion of how it's built a character to more like a folklore. He's very young, but he's become more like a legend.
Definitely.
He's created a following, not only here, but everywhere he goes,
Aina before periolo dia mayo enai periolo nai dia mayo wa ia story na wa wari ila upuna enai malawa o periolo e fomwa nai kala na mayo periolo e fomwa o pene periolo kala nela o e makamu
periolo kana karo ila u kapari kana karo ila u la Laura irau aroma ila kapare ya wa kiri line ya wagia. Okay, gabu on a different tune. Okay, killer minus same ya. Okay, video lo gana ya wa vula alukuni semenalan kaparoko la same na tune open different ira.
Early Saturday morning, and the people of Kapari and Viriolo villages in the Abau district, central province of Papua New Guinea, are preparing to go to the market. Fishermen returning from the overnight catch, heading straight to the market.
Viriolo gana mahuli wa rawaparai mahulina. Viriolo gana mahuli ole manawai wa rawaparai kaluna. Rawaparai gama ulida. Orai periolo vena story iana wabe aina. Rawaparai gama ulina umpara beabu umpara rawaparai mo. Ai ano parai ai kira. Tinikina gala apia ina gabera gana raluai. Mani gabe pina gamari gona enai. Ai wano ai gama ulina. Ai wa gama mahulimpara wa nanuai.
People travel from Kupiano, Gavone, Upulima, Merani, Newtown and the surrounding inland villages come to the market.
Tiwa Saturday maparanai, Tuesday maparanai. Saturday, Tuesday market.
Kapari Viriolo pride themselves in sports, especially cricket, netball, and lately rugby league has taken long strides in the village. And they take it very seriously.
Go inside. Hey, you two guys, get back. You die.
So you said that these kids who are now playing, most of them are Garovoro's age. So tell us, was Garovoro playing on this field?
Yes, this is where he started from. He started off from this. Well, you can see the half of the field is now covered by sea, you know. So that's what we've been doing since rugby league was introduced to this village. This village used to be before a cricketing village, but after maybe my era, we started, and then like we brought in rugby league, and the interest grew with the kids, and then now it's gone, you know. And then this is exactly what Gairo was going through, passing the ball in the sea, and you know, enjoying himself.
As we were observing the game, the tide started to come in, but that didn't stop the play.
So this, now we're saying that the sea will completely cover this place?
The sea is completely going to cover the whole field.
The whole field. And they'll still be playing?
They'll still be playing.
It takes the womb of a village to shape a boy who may one day become a PNG chief.
Yagana ayawa ya discipline yagana iwagi. Ya bea pirare aurampa. Ya maina banuga na iwa aikaro bera bena. Ya ambol melona. Pe waya wara na ya ela auleula kawana na ya panagilo. Pe gairo ya ula melona pe aiwa gaverena. Wala video lor. Rabagi.
Gairo boro ya panuga lao panuga na lao ai gaula no be aina na ne lao beri gole mospi e be ulawai wana na ya piao lao antas na wana yo London Broncos au ma ya be ole na ai pana beri go wana pana be ula pie pikiku au gairo be abe ole gairo be na pana mio abana pana be ula.
Oh, what a great story, Terry.
Oh, amazing. I'm just blown away by the scenery and also the environment.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and like it was so relaxed. I mean, like this is what village life is all about, but very unique as well.
Very unique.
You cannot find it anywhere else in the world.
You look at the environment, like, you know, Gairo's village is just, like it's next to the water, right? And they've got to wait for the tide to actually go down so they can actually, you know, play rugby.
Yeah.
You know, and even sometimes if it's water still there, they still play. And, you know, and look, the environment builds what Gairo is. The culture, the people, identity. That's his identity right there.
Exactly.
That's where he comes from. So, you know, good on to everyone who participated in that and some great, you know, vision of Gairo's village as well.
And interestingly, just watching some of the footages there of young boys, you know, very young, 5 years old up to 10 up, you know, they've got skills. I mean, just amazing. The natural flair that they show.
Well, it's the environment.
Playing touch footy.
It's the environment that builds them to where they are, the culture, their identity.
So obviously there'll be a lot more Gairo Vora coming out of that village.
Yeah, definitely.
I promise you that. Yeah.
And you talked about the young people. It brings us, Terry, to our next story that's coming up.
When we were kids, we never called it training. We never called it preparation. We were just playing. A ball, an open space, a few friends. The field was wherever we found one. Back then, nobody was thinking about where the game could take us. It was just what we did.
First, I got very good. I got very good. Must be I. Yeah, rigolona. 16. Aku nak lari au tournament. Jadi aku lau kapu bateri kapi. Wana na ya we repeat ya wana nebe ulau lara.
But sometimes what starts as a game becomes something more. The game that started naturally began opening doors.
Au kuriri wa ekube olea. Au na alawa iwa yar apana ora iwa palebolo ai peneula.
In hindsight, we see our true story being woven. The one we as children don't see. The story carried by the people who raised us.
Ai ge mama guli mama na ang mana ku mara wa ku mama guli wai ge mama guli ai nama Ai ga maguli wai, lele au nei ga maguli wai. Bibi au nei ga maguli wai, e bio au nei ga maguli wai. Amana ila awai, tiniki opurai no wira wai, ne au mara wakupai koloko, ai na nagala awai. Gabe au wai pene au rapane luwa mai wai. Gabe wai mai wai, bea o lea ga alara wai, bea o lea aina wai au. Apara wali waria, bea o lea aina ga alara wai.
Children remember the games, but as adults and perhaps as parents, we understand what it took to keep going.
Wanu magal wagi wai numa nama ina ya haina ma. Kupai gura wai erigo lulu mai wai. Mana kumara waku kapu ya nai mogama wai. Gal wai pene bea mai lama para kama skuli alo. Lama para kama skuli alo.
And sometimes when we look back, we see the whole picture. The places we played, the people who carried us, the family that stood behind us.
Au ariku. Okay. Au abererela a proud na uma waina rai wala na. Au ariku le bola ima ula. Au aberere au abai. Para rabanu wa urampan meslan aberere na wala na yawa ena ya ugele alara na aiwa aberere banu gara ne ulagi.
And thank you for staying with us here on One Sports Show. Right now, let's join Chalmers and Ayob to talk more about their recruitment plans. And yes, it's certainly getting hot with big announcements coming up again. There's a few more names that, you'll be surprised that they will pop up when the big announcement is made. Yeah.
Since I've started, it's been quite busy. It was good to sit down with Willie in England because we did a lot of sort of planning in terms of what he looks like or what he wants his team to look like. So that gives me a bit of a perspective on what to look for when we're looking for footballers that we might sign in the next 15 to 18 months.
It's been an exciting week. We've got to announce our third and fourth player, Connor Watson and Matty Lee's joining the club. We're really excited about what they can do for us. So between the four signings that we've put together, that's 9 premierships between them, between the NRL and Super League. So we've got a lot of experience. We wanted them to know that they're in our plans. You know, Liam's watching a lot of football, so we know the importance these guys are for us in the future. We wanted to know that we're watching really closely.
Standing, Malalo, and goes Garrett Johnston. Did really well. Right, back with Tedesco. Then for Watson. Changes his mind, finds Crichton.
Well, there you go. You heard it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things happening. It's just evolving so fast, especially in terms of recruitment and big announcements coming up as well. Yeah.
Yeah, look, probably the next fortnight or so we might see some new signings for the PNG Chiefs. But look, Michael Chalmers talked about the signings, how exciting it is to sign some of these players. Of course, Chief 001 being Jerome Luai.
Yep.
And speaking of Lorna, Terry, you caught up with her. Of course, you talked more about the PNG Chiefs and how to change the narrative and the way people see Papua New Guinea and how to bring players and how we will get those players here and how they will fit into our culture and our system and the environment. So there was a really good interview that you did with Lorna. Yeah.
You know yourself, the narrative about the Chiefs was not great. There was kind of everybody saying, like, how are we going to recruit anybody? Who would want to move to Papua New Guinea? What players would be attracted to PNG to play? And so we were kind of like an unknown. I got signed up, and then Michael Shamus got signed up, and both of us sat down. We had some really key strategy meetings about how we were going to change the narrative about PNG, because it wasn't just about footy for us, it was also about perception of Papua New Guinea. So if we're going to really do something different, we have to get our number one player to be a big signing, and that was the challenge that we set ourselves, and we delivered against that challenge with Jerome signing for us. Absolutely. I think it's all about building a team, right? So that's the same outside of playing footy on the field. It's all about getting the right management team. It's about getting the right people on board. It's about people having the same vision as we have and driving that forward. When I met Michael and he came over to PNG to see it with his wife, you know, I could see the fact of how good he was from a football point of view, how many agents he knew, how he ran the game, when the knowledge of the game that the guy had, right? So that side of it excited me, because I thought to myself, well, I'm really good operationally. I understand PNG. I've been here 18 years. And my heart's in the right place. I want the best for Papua New Guinea. So when we all came together, you could see that team bonding and the way that we work together. I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. And also, you know, we play to each other's strengths and weaknesses. And it's an amazing partnership. I'm trying to bridge that gap where the skill set's not there, because ultimately, you know, I've challenged my team to get at least 30% of the team to be PNG, because we're the PNG Chiefs. And so, but as we go forward long term, Terry, I want to try and see if we can, you know, get to 50%, to 60% and 70%, where we can keep growing and growing and growing. And, you know, it's something that for PNG, we have to go on a journey. And of course, Centre of Excellence, it's on track. Airways is underway, where the village is going to be. So that's underway as well. You know, we're looking at the stadium and what we need to do here to try and improve the stadium. And then, of course, Port Moresby needs to be ready. So there is a lot that we need to do to get it right. But again, we need to do it, and we need to execute the plan and get on track and get ourselves there. You know, it's an exciting thing for us all.
Yeah, Terry Lombo talking to Lorna McPherson, and Lorna's discussion about, you know, how changing the narrative and how people from the outside look at Papua New Guinea and how we could attract players here and how they could live and be part of our culture. And that's great to see. And Terry, you hit the nail in the coffin there with some of those questions. And she replied with, you know, what Papua New Guineans really want to hear. So great interview. All right,
Evan, before we go for a break, a special shout out to Lorna and the team for, you know, supplying the merchandise here.
Yeah, I got my PNG Chiefs. I feel like a chief right now, so.
All right, don't go away. We'll be back after this. And thank you for sticking around with us tonight. Yes, we've got a very special segment where we're going to talk more about recruitment. I think that is hot on the lips of everybody at the moment. Who's next? Who's next?
Well, this is where we do the discussion part of our, you know, One Sports program. And, you know, in a rugby league game, you've got second half. We've got the third half. Anyway, welcome to the TED Hub. This is where we discuss about certain things like topics and stuff like in sports. But we're talking about the signings. Who could be the next person? Could it be an NRL player? Could it be someone in the Super League, or could it be, drum roll, a Papua New Guinean?
Oh yeah, I love to see a Papua New Guinean signed up for the first time. Yes,
well, we've got 4 signings.
There's a few that I'm thinking of right now.
Yeah, a few that's coming to mind.
Yeah.
And it starts from what the interview you said with Lorna. She mentioned that 30% she'd like to see Papua New Guineans to start off with. As we go along the competition, bring it to 50%, 60, and gradually maybe 70%, because of course it's the PNG Chiefs. And, you want to see Papua New Guineans be part of it. We've been wanting to be in the NRL for so long. It'd be great to have a Papua New Guinean signing as well. But, at the current players that we have, Terry, who do you think? I mean, based on the current players that we've got playing in England, and, players here that play for our domestic competition, the Digital Exxon Mobile Cup, PNG Hunters has come into contention as well. A couple of players, Papua New Guineans, that are playing down for the Q Cup as well. See, so, different areas, but, at the top of your head, who do you think could be the next PNG Chief signing?
GV, sign him on right now. Guy Rovoro, let's go.
Why not?
That's my pick, yeah. This guy is hot, yeah.
Yeah, Guy Rovoro.
I love him, I mean, the first time we spoke to him at a training, during his Hunters days, he couldn't speak a word. And, gee.
Well,
but he had the courage, at least one or two. He had to say something,
If you look at the NRL level, this is how the breakup is. So to actually get an NRL team, they've got 3 levels that they get through. So the first level is you've got the 30-man squad, which is obviously the confirmed squad that gets signed on with contracts. Then you've got the development squad, which is players coming through their pathway, and players that are being groomed or developed. They can be used to play if players are out for representative or injury sessions, but they're in a development period. Then you've got the train on trial contract players. So where does the Papua New Guinean players that 30% fit in? Do they come into the train on trial squad? We had more example train on trial with the Cowboys, and then of course we had a couple of our players down with the Dolphins.
Yes, Rimbu and Apel Capinias, yeah.
So train on trial contract. So these are players that they train, they trial, and then from there they go up to a development, then to an NRL contract. So we've got players get through. So those are the 3 levels that the NRL, or in the NRL, that you have. So maybe Garaboro could be a train on trial, could be a development player, but could be Finlay.
It could be another monkey player.
Well, Finlay Glare is one player that comes to mind. He's a utility player. You've got Connor Watson there, and right now Rugby League has a lot of players that come off the bench and play utility. And if you look at, for me, I think it could be Finlay Glare. The reason I'm saying Finlay Glare is because, he's a versatile player. He can come off. He can change the game. He can play he can play hooker. He can play halves. And it's just his drive, his passion. But of course, Garaboro,
Oh yeah, Garaboro is, of course,
the story
very much in the mix there. But Finlay Glare, this guy is lightning.
It could even be more and more. You never know.
Oh well, yeah. Those are some of the names that you have to look out for in the coming weeks. Yeah, because things are really hotting up.
Yeah. What about some of the Q Cup players that we have, like Judah Rimbu? There was some talk about Judah that I saw in the Australian media talking about Judah could be someone they could look at as well.
There's some talk about him moving to Perth.
Perth Bears as well. So that could be something that makes Edwin Ipape, but unfortunately he signed a long-term deal with with the Leopards. So he's unavailable for that. Then you've got Jimmy Notlett. the Tolai
Taxi, yeah.
You never know. He's
killing it with the Cutters. I think
Cutters is in great form.
One of the
leading try scorers in the Q Cup this year. His form's been good. Injury, but he's really come back, worked hard on his form, and he's playing really well as well.
It could be a dark horse,
It could be a dark horse. So it's all there. And Papua New Guineans right now, I can tell you right now, people are probably sitting down and just wondering while watching this show. They're thinking, Come on, guys. You guys probably know something. Just tell us. Just tell us.
Spit it out.
To tell you the truth, we've got the Chiefs caps on, but we actually really don't know. We're just like you guys.
Yeah.
But we're just giving predictions on who could be the next signing.
Okay, this is a special segment where I come in with my commentary. And, well, today I've got a couple of marquee NRL players that I'm thinking they'll be on the line for recruitment, of course. A number 7 or a number 6. So it could be Cameron Munster or Nathan Cleary. What do you think? I think I'm going for a number 7. I'm thinking Blomita Sola. So you know who I'm talking about.
But what a show it was, Terry. I enjoyed it. Great show. We took a trip down the Central Coast.
Pretty much all around the world.
Yeah.
In 30 minutes, eh?
In 30 minutes.
Wow. How's that? And as they say, time really flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, I wish we could stay and talk long and do everything. But, as they say, every good show must come to an end, Terry.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
This is a way to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Until the next episode, out.
Bye for now.